Yeah, no, I'm just doing that. Yeah. Okay. Are there any questions? Colin, your and I think everybody else, please just remove your surnames and put your number, because your number is not in full there. Yeah, for instance, Lindile has done it right. If you look at Lindile, you can see Lindile and her telephone number. Let me speak for Jacques. He's going to probably say something at the end. But what he's looking for, we have had the discussion, myself and him. What he's looking for is just an investment opportunity. He's not specific in terms of where and how it should be. Just like I say, just present the opportunity. That's what he's looking for. Just looking for an investment opportunity. So we're going to open it up wherever you are in the country. Since you're already here, just tell us about your investment opportunity. Obviously, he's got his own criteria in terms of how he's going to look at it. So as you speak, he's going to be taking notes. I'm also going to be assisting him with taking notes. And then he's going to shortlist and tell me that these are the people that he wants to be in touch with. You have your contact numbers already. He's going to get them, and then he's going to be in touch with those ones that he's interested in. So I'm not sure, are there any questions or any comment before we start?
Hi, Ndumiso.
Yes, Lisecha.
How's it, bro?
Good, how's it, bro?
Good, thanks, man. Just to confirm, I think I was just about 5 minutes late. Just to confirm one or two things. The opportunity is not only limited to the back room, so to say, because initially on the WhatsApp group, you had actually indicated that those who got yards for the back rooms, is it only limited to the back rooms? But generally, is it only limited to the back rooms or just general opportunities that are there insofar as the property investment is concerned?
Yes, I think let's open it up, Lisecha. Obviously, the preference would have been backrooms, but there's many definitions of backrooms. So I don't want okay. us to miss it because of the definition. Someone is going to say backrooms is you have a house and then you build rooms at the back. Other people will still consider a block of apartments in the township as a kind of a backroom. So that kind of a okay. development, and that's basically what Jacques is after. He's not after 2 rooms at the back. He's after a bigger opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not only limited to acres, or is it only limited to acres?
No, it's not limited. Give him the opportunity that you have. He's going to decide whether he likes it or not.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, sure. There is I can't remember the names now, and I don't seem to find them on the phone. There is someone from KEC Projects. I will start with the people that I think the KEC Project, for instance, have already put together a proposal, an investment proposal. So if the guy from KEC Project is here, can we start with you? Okay, whilst I'm trying to find it, I know Slindile as well has already put together a proposal. So Sli, can we start with you? Please just turn on your camera when you speak so that Jacques can relate, so that when he contacts you, he knows who he's speaking to. When he meets you for the face-to-face meeting, then he will know who he's speaking to.
Okay, sure, will do.
Leo, you are muted.
Do I do it now or when he's back?
No, you do it now. It's time.
Oh, okay. Please can you just give me a second, Lumiso?
If any of you wants to share the screen, let me know. I will give you co-hosting rights, but let's be brief and straight to the point. Lee is still going to put on her camera face. So maybe let's. Lee, are you here, or must we move on to? I'm taking a chance with the people that I know they experienced investors, and they will be able to present their opportunities first, and then so that the others can then learn from them in terms of how to present. Leseja, are you ready?
I can take it.
Yes, let's go.
Although I'm ready in terms of I don't have a presentation per se. I'm ready in terms of knowing my numbers.
Yes, that's good.
Because I didn't make any presentation. Okay, thanks. Thanks to Miso, and good morning, everyone. My name is Leseja Tona, T-O-O-N-A, my last name. So I am from a company called Lenayata Property Solutions. Straight to the point, I actually have two deals on the table. The first one is a sorry, it's a very big piece of land in Soshanguve, Block R. I've already got an architect to have a look at the piece of land and tell me how many units one can get. So he said I can actually get 46 single units, bachelor units, basically. That's what I wanted. Each and every, did not want typical type of rooms. 3-floor apartment with parkings, and the intention is actually just to make it, to have two strategies. The first strategy is just a normal rental at 2,500 per month, and 46 units. So it actually gives me about 112,000 rent per month. So that is the first strategy. But the second strategy was to approach TUT after that, because it will be a full block of flats with parking and not far from amenities, close to public transport for those who need to take taxis and so on, and with student accommodation as a second exit strategy to that, because of I had started conceptualizing this, but given the recent development, I know the student accommodation is still strong. But should things not go according to plan, it was not initially my initial strategy. So when we look at student accommodation, we actually look at TUT with, it will be about 46 beds, although it's 46 units. So it's 46 beds, 36 units multiplied by 2 beds. You can actually fit 2 students. We're talking about 92 students. So if it's 92 students with TUT, I think it's about 3.8. Accredited by NAFSAS. So per month, we're looking at around 349,000 per month for that project. And the estimated construction cost, I haven't gotten full details to that, but the estimate that we actually got from the architect, we're actually looking at about 5 million rand construction costs. So I'm actually looking at about 5 million rand, but how much of my sweat equity can I actually bring in? I can easily raise about 1 million rand to bring the project to fruition. So my own money that I can actually bring on the table that I can raise, it's about about 1 million rand. So we haven't really gotten that too far in terms of the rezoning and so on, because I still needed to engage the architects, because the intention was just to get if it can be workable. I must also indicate that, where I approached, let me leave it at that at this stage. So that's the first property. Second property, coincidentally, I came back yesterday. It is in Bloemfontein. I'm actually looking at other cities as well. So it is this is a state student accommodation, currently not being maintained. So we have made an offer of R1 million, and currently it's got about 18 rooms, and the students are paying 1.8 per month, and it's actually not been taken care of, like I said. So if it can be maximized, the space is huge, and it's actually on the chance. It's got no basics, such as I said. I only came back yesterday from Bloemfontein. My estimate on that project to refurbish it, I'm actually looking around between 300,000 and 500,000 to refurbish it, make it a proper student accommodation that any parent who walks in that property at the moment, they're not going to be proud of where the kids are actually staying. And I think once you put in the necessary equity, refurbishment on the property, then one will be able to increase the rental on that student accommodation. I really haven't worked my numbers, but currently I know that they're collecting 1.8, and I've been doing a bit of research. We're looking at about 2.5 to about 30,000, depending on what you have. And the intention is to make it a really decent student accommodation. And so the caretaker's room is already available. In terms of the infrastructure, it is already there. So I'm actually looking at about 1.5 million rand. The conversion costs and the acquisition cost, conversion costs. And how much of my equity can I raise? I think I should be able to put on the table about 500,000, and I obviously need about a million rand, to acquire and refurbish it, and so I can raise about 500,000 at the present moment. So we just need to, push through and make an acquisition on that particular property as a student accommodation. It is in a posh area. It is currently being used as a student accommodation and already partitioned, each room with their own meters. So currently it's, like I said, it's got about 14 in the main house, and the outside house, we're talking about eight rooms. Thanks, Dumiso.
Okay, thanks, Lesitsha. That was straight to the point, and thanks for that. Just one question from my side. The Bloemfontein property, do you know if the approvals were obtained for the rooms, for the outside rooms? Or is that part of the work that you still need to do?
That's what I'm still trying to find out, if they have obtained an approval in terms of the rezoning, and because I know Mangaung is the only municipality that has a policy on student accommodation, so they do give consent. So they've got a policy on that. So I'm still trying to. I've got someone to go and firstly check the plans for me, and also the rezoning of the property. Okay. But like I said, it is that street. It's a hub of guest houses, and probably there might be some sort of a special rezoning. But that's what I will check from Tuesday.
Okay, no, that's great.
Yeah, if I can just indicate, like I said, the property was acquired in 2015 for 1.6. That was before the conversion and using it as a student accommodation. So already the average price in that street, it's on average about 1.82 million rand. So you already have an equity when you buy it. But because it's a deceased estate, of course there will be a lengthy process in terms of the eventual transfer. But I'm quite hopeful that one will enjoy it.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
That's great. Good. Jacques, do you have any questions for Lesitsha?
Hi, Lesitsha. Yeah, just one quick question. How far is the estate? I mean, how long's the estate been going on for? Because you hear, nightmare stories of estates dragging for 2, 3, 4 years. How long has the estate been ongoing? Do you know when it will be finalized, or where are they in the process at the moment?
I'm not quite too certain. Good morning, Jack. I'm not quite too certain, but it is in the process of winding down the estate, because they just need to get a consent from the head to the estate and the master of the High Court. It was actually auctioned, by the way, so it's actually from the auction house.
Has it already been auctioned, or is it going on auction?
It went on auction, and so my offer is a post-auction offer.
Okay, perfect.
So I said I need to view it first, because it was only auctioned last week. So I said I need to view it first, so that I could actually be certain of the condition of the property.
Okay,
In
perfect.
actual fact, there are two properties adjacent to one another. But I was only looking at one. If one really had the financial muscles, I would actually go for two, because the two properties in 2015, they all belong to one family. They bought them for 1.6 each, so they spent about 3.2. The highest offer at the auction at the moment is currently sitting at 1.5 for the two properties. So they sold it as a lot. So you got an option of buying one or buying two. So if money was not an issue for me, I would actually go and buy the two of them, for $1 million. So I've already had discussion, plenty of discussion with the auctioneer in terms of what they can actually accept. Like I said, the highest offer is actually 1.5 for the two properties. So if I had known that there would have been this session, I think one would have been prepared for an eventuality of trying to buy the two properties. Buying the two properties, it's actually it would be an ideal position.
Yes,
Okay.
no, definitely, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
and
Thanks.
each
Thanks,
is about
Lesitsha.
it's about 1.5. Thanks, Ndemiso.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Lesitsha. If obviously, like I said, if Jacques is interested, then he will come back to you and speak to more with you. The purpose of today is just to give the brief, and then we see which one is the most interesting. Okay, Slim.
Hola.
Hi.
Morning, everyone.
There you go. Yes, yeah. Kidsley, just talk to us about the opportunity and why it is the best investment.
Okay. Good morning, everyone in Jacques. My name is Lindile Lisiane, and I'm the chairperson and co-founder of a property stokvel called Sakisizwe Property Stokvel. So what a property stokvel is, it's just basically a means for the members or the people that belong to that particular stokvel to raise funds together for a particular objective. In our instance, it's to invest in property. So we have started in July of 2019, and we've been going strong ever since. We've invested in multiple properties. And so we actually won the Investor of the Year in 2019, the way that, our stokvel runs. We've got quite a number of members, and we've been paying out passive income or returns to our members since August of 2019, and we've paid over R250,000 in returns to our members since then. So the current opportunity that I'm presenting today is a student accommodation in the Northwest, in a town called De Billt. So it's just a few meters away from the University of the Northwest University. It's about 700 meters away. So De Billt is quite a popular student accommodation town, so there's very high demand for student accommodation. We've already secured the property with an offer to purchase, which has been actually accepted by the seller, and we paid a deposit of 200,000. So and in order to secure the property and for the seller to allow us to move in and start making some of the alterations and partitionings that are going to be required to accommodate the students. So we anticipate that the renovation work should be done by this coming week, and then we should be able to start accepting some of the students. So the purchase price came in at about R1 million, and then the renovation costs are about 300,000, and then some of the furniture and some of the purchase costs were another 200,000. So yeah, so that's what we need. We basically need about 1.5 million rand, 1.575, and then the anticipated income from this deal is about. And I hold this phone for me. Hold this phone for me. Sorry, guys. Mommy duties. Okay, so the anticipated opportunity is about 53,000 rand a month, and then our expenses should be about 27,000 rand a month, which gives a nice cash flow. So you may be asking yourself, you know, it's a bunch of people buying a property. How does that work? So the property will be bought, has been bought actually under the Sakisizwe Trust, where our members are then the beneficiaries of the trust. So the income that is then generated and the assets that are bought actually belong to the trust, and then will be then distributed to the members. So we currently have raised about 920,000. So we're close to our target, and we have until the 21st of May to raise the balance. Oh, no, wait, I'm busy. You have until the 21st of May to raise the balance. No, sorry, April, because the OTP gave us 30 days from the dates of purchase to raise the money. We put in a 200,000 rand deposit, and then we put in the 300,000 rand towards starting the renovation cost, which was adding some of the additional bathrooms and doing some of the petitioning and converting the garage into additional units. And also due to the nature of some of our neighbors and just the activity in the area, the plan is to rezone it for higher density and then build more units. And then once we've got the rezoning done, we hope to actually get a commercial loan, and then we'll be able to extract that capital out and probably roll it onto the next project. So it's open to anyone. Anyone is welcome to join. The minimum investment is 10,100 rand. So you can contribute any amount more than that. No, you want to be an investor also. So yeah, basically that's how it works. If you are interested, we are on Stokfella, the app. You can sign up, create a profile. Once you've signed up, you can then join the group called Trust-Sakisizwe Property Stokvel. And then yeah, once you request to join, we'll approve you, and then you'll get payment information. And from then on, yeah, you will then become a member of our Stokvel and then also a beneficiary of the Sakisizwe Trust. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thanks, Lee. Just a quick one from me. So if one invests in this investment, the one that you are pitching now, is there a specific set returns, or this is just your normal property investment where it basically depends on the return that the property provides?
Yes, so this one, it will depend on the returns from the property, but so all the members will get a proportionate share of their investment, right? So let's say, for example, you paid 10,000 rand and the purchase price was 1 million rand. It means you own 1% of the property. So whatever distributions we make, you'll get 1% of that, and eventually sell it, you'll get a percentage share in the profit. So obviously, the more you contribute, the bigger your share will be. But we also have, if you're not really interested in the ownership one, we also have more short-term investments where it's just like a funding. So we actually have another property also in Potchefstroom that we are raising funds for, but this one is just purely to raise the renovation costs. So this one will not be an ownership deal. So you'll just be providing funding or financing towards that. So for that, we are offering 10% per annum. You put your capital in and you can get it back after 12 months. We pay out on a monthly basis those returns, and then after 12 months, you get your capital back. And also there, you will need to join via our app Stokfella. So we've got two investment groups. We've got like one where you can actually become the co-owner of the property, and then we've got one where you're just merely providing the funding of or bridging financing, if you will, and then you just put your money in, you get monthly interest. After 12 months, you get your money back. So that's also open for investments if you're not interested in the one where you become a co-owner via the Sakisizwe Trust. So depending on, you know, what your investment horizon is and your risk appetite, you can choose one of the two options.
Okay, thanks, Lee. Jacques?
Hi, Celine Beasley.
Hi, Jacques.
Just a quick question on that first opportunity you mentioned.
Yeah.
What is the actual shortfall on that opportunity? You threw out quite a few numbers, but what is the shortfall you have to come up with by the 21st of April?
So we have about a 600,000 shortfall. So we've raised about 918,000 rand so far. But we really need to raise about 1.1, which is like the purchase price as well as the purchase cost. So because the seller, because as part of the OTP, we need to pay that in. Then the other ones we can make means to raise the balance after the fact, but we really need at least 1.1 million rand as a minimum.
Okay, so you guys put a deposit of 200,000, and you have to come up with the 800,000 by the 21st of April.
Correct.
And then there's the renovation cost, furniture plus.
So we've already started the renovation costs. We've already started with the renovation.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. No, thank you very much for your time. I'll definitely come back to you.
All right. Thanks, Jacques. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You can go back to your mommy duties now.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Now, Colin, are you also presenting?
Morning, Dumiso, and morning, guys. Not really, but I can present something. From my side, I actually own 3 properties. 2 are already I'm already renting out. It's just your normal residential for normal residential purposes. But the one that I would want to present here and hear what the panel and Jacques would say is the one in Olifantsfontein. Maybe if you can give me the rights, I'll just go through the pictures while I'm talking. I just want to share the screen. So the one in Olifantsfontein, the property value, it's 1.4 million, and we already purchased that. We've done the renovations for about 250,000. And currently there are five bachelors ranging from 3.5 to 4.5, and 3 of those are actually occupied by now. So I'm getting a month. I'm getting around I think it's 10.5 to 11.5. I'm not so sure actually in terms of when I do the maths, but it's around that. So the property is actually paying itself as we speak. The yard is about 1.250 square meters. So it's quite a big yard. Have you given me the rights, Domiso?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So the yard is 1.2. So then okay, let me just do this. Like I said, the yard is 2.4. Do you see something on the screen?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so the property is in Olifantsfontein, and the demand around that area, because I've done the bachelors, most of the time the people that are coming there for property or for rental, they're looking at a family units that will be your 1 bedroom / sitting room and bathroom and stuff like that. So the bachelors bathroom, kitchen, and everything at the same time. And even so, there's still a demand on that, but the huge demand is around family units. So this is the property. Maybe what I will do, let me just go to how it was before. How it was before the renovation. So this is how it was before. The yard is quite huge. So at this garage, actually, the plan is to turn this into a 2-family unit, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. So there's a space for about 14 family units, and that will range between 4.5 and 5,000 rand around that area, because it's this attraction. There's a mall and there's a factory around Olifantsfontein. So people basically are really looking for a place, and it's quite secure. Whenever they're looking for for rental, they come around this area. There's a huge demand. It's actually booming. It's an old town, if I may put it that way, with huge stands and security and stuff like that. So at this stage, with the current developments that we've made, the projection, if the rooms, if all the bachelors were full, it's around 20,500. But currently we're making around 11 or 12, yeah, 11.5 to 12,000 a month, and the property is paying itself. I'm basically paying 8.7 for that, and the rest then becomes my little profit in terms of the margin. So I don't know in terms of investment, because the land is there, it is being purchased. There's a bit of liquidity there going on. So I'm not so sure if someone were to come in and we look at exploring the family unit part of it, how do we then take it forward, and what will be the condition be from the investor, given the fact that the land is available and stuff like that. So the second property that I have, it's in a place called Clayville Extension 45. It's currently occupied now. It's paying itself, but then the idea there's an idea of turning that area into a sort of a health center. There's a demand for that as well, whereby a couple of people who approached me, they wanted to do a pharmacy and some wanted to do a surgery. So then that idea came to me to say, if I can then convert this from a residential place into a health center, I think that will be a good idea given where it is situated. There's currently demand for something like that. Thank you.
Okay, Colin, the rooms, do you have approval to build the rooms?
From the municipality at this stage, no. So what I've done is I've converted the current house as it is. I didn't do anything. I only partitioned the current house as it was, and then I've turned it into five rooms. So I haven't done major changes actually. It is still the house as it was, with just minor partitions to accommodate a bachelor kind of a setting.
Okay.
So let me just quickly. Unfortunately, I didn't take so this is after renovation.
No, it's fine.
This is how
it's
it
fine.
looks.
It's fine. It's fine,
Okay.
Colin. It's okay. Yeah, I'm sure Jacques will come to have a look. Maybe just take down your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. And then on the medical center, you have not done anything on that one in terms of the numbers, how much should you need and all of that?
So yes, in terms of, because currently it's occupied as it is. So I'm paying 4.5, and then the tenants are paying 4.5. But what I've done is there's a bit of structure already in place for something like a pharmacy. Then the only thing that needs to happen is just to change the house itself into just to accommodate a medical center type of a thing. But then for a pharmacy, there's something happening currently with the guys that have approached me. It's just that it haven't started to operate yet. So with the pharmacy in place, I'm gonna make a profit there of at least 3.5 as a profit on top of the 4.5 that the tenant is currently paying. So for a medical center, obviously, it will depend in terms of the practitioners that will go there. So each practitioners will have to, put their stake down in terms of how much would they want to pay for a room. It is a 2-bedroom with a sitting room and a kitchen. So if we partition it, I don't know what would be a practitioner be willing to pay per room,
Okay. Jacques?
Hi, Colin. Quick question. Is the medical center thing seems a good viable option? Have you looked at anything? My thinking here is that once you have a couple of doctors in and you have a pharmacy, is there space on that land to build out, to maybe have like 5 or 6 doctors' rooms with the pharmacy? Is there space there? Or are you just planning to take the current structure and just split that up for the pharmacy and the doctors? What's your bigger plan there?
So in terms of horizontal expansion, there's no space, but vertically, absolutely, we can expand. So the only limitation there, it's quite limited. The only opportunity to expand is when you look at a double-story type of a structure. That is the only time you can actually expand.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a quick
Okay.
question. Last one, Colin. Sorry. The first property you mentioned, just what I gauge from you is you're actually only looking for someone to provide you funding because you already have everything in place. You already own the property. You're already renting out these rooms you've divided up. Are you actually only looking for some funding, or what? You know what you're looking for exactly on the first property?
Yes, for expanding, because the space that is available, I'm looking at between 12 and 14 family units. The space is quite huge, so I'm looking for funding, somebody who can come in and help do that type of a configuration or arrangement in terms of family units. So that's what I'm basically looking for, and look, in terms of the demand, like I said, the demand for that in and around this area is huge because we've got Curo, Clayville around, we've got the mall, we've got the factories around. So from time to time, people get employed and they're looking for space, and it is quite booming actually. And I've seen it's just this month, there's a guy who've actually completed around 20 bachelors, not even family units, 20 bachelors, and all of them are full. I mean, the guy is making around 90,000 a month. It is quite, and those are just bachelors. And if the family units, I mean, he was going to charge maybe 5.5, and you're looking at over 100,000 already, of income every month,
What
Okay,
type
thanks.
of funding are you looking for, Colin? Just on that last note.
Hello, what type of?
What funding are you looking at? The amount.
You see, maybe for me, it seems more of a technical question more than any other thing. And I'm not that quite technical when it comes to property. But obviously, like I said, I'm looking for something that we'll be able to do between 12 and 14 family units. I'm not so sure what does that mean if we were to translate it in terms of from a funder's point of view. But I'm looking for something like that. At this stage, have I done the costing for that? No, I haven't done the costing of how much it will cost. That cost breakdown structure is not yet in place, but it's something that we can, if a funder were to come in, maybe we can explore those options. But then what I would want to understand from my side would be what would be the condition from the funder's point of view if we were to come in and fund something like that.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Colin. Let's go to the lady of the moment, Muriel. When I had the conversation with Jacques, I thought about Muriel and said Muriel needs to be here and hear this. Muriel, are you here? Are you ready to present your opportunity?
Yes, I'm here. I'm speaking on behalf of Muriel. My name is Simon. The plan for Muriel
Simon,
was to
please turn on your camera.
Okay. Hi, my name is Simon. I'm speaking on behalf of Muriel. I'm not sure if you can see me, guys.
No, it's just dark.
It's just dark.
Mm-hmm.
I've opened the video.
It's okay, Simon, go ahead.
Yes, the aim for Muriel was to purchase a property in the area of Roodepoort, and that place has got potential of seeing people coming in for rental because it's close to the school, and there are some schools who have requested for an accommodation in the area. So when they do marking centers for matriculants, or sometimes if they also do the school, if they are during the running of the schools, because some of the teachers, they are not staying along the area, then staying in Roodepoort per se. So that is why out. So we've got that house that is for sale, and also the other open space that's there for sale. So this one, the house, we have already have a lease agreement on offer, and then the property is available for buying. So we're looking for an investor who can help us in getting that property. The space is good enough for 11 rooms, especially for those people who are like those teachers who are there just coming in, and then they are living on weekends and end of the month, and when schools are closed, the property won't be working per se. It will only be welcoming for the local guests, because we've got chieftains and taverns around the area. So if it's on a holiday, if it's during holiday, it will be working as a BNB.
Thanks, Simon. Jacques, do you have any questions for Simon?
Yeah, just a lot. What is the house in the market for?
The house is in the market for it's around 880,000.
Okay, and what infrastructure is at the house now? What needs to be added to get to the 11 rooms?
Did you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
The garage and some other extended rooms on the outside, and they still have some open space, because the Roodepoort area, it's where previously there used to be mines, and the houses are well built, they are very big. Even the stands also.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Simon. Who else is here? I don't see Victor. He joined and then I think he disconnected. Who else has got an investment opportunity? Piwo, do you want to present?
I have an opportunity.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? My name is Rulani. Basically, I have an opportunity. This opportunity is in regards to rental. I'm a property agent in Soshanguve. So we sell properties and we help clients to get houses and sometimes rentals. So I realized in my job of line, there's a lot of people who need rental houses here in Soshanguve. So I've seen an opportunity where I believe if I could get at least about 10 new development houses, these 10 development houses that are strictly for rental, and there's a great market, and I want to charge per house 6,000 rent, and I believe it's a great opportunity because the closest thing to buying a property is rental, sir. So in a year, if I were to have about 14 properties, I would make almost 1,008,000 rent per year. So I'll be able to pay one house each and every year for the next 10 years. And after paying the property, we can talk about equity, where maybe the investor can take 50% of the equity and I can be left with 50%.
Where is this property, Roland?
It's a new development area in Soshanguve, Block VV.
Have you put up the offer, or is it just land that you see that's available?
I spoke to the developers, the people who sell the properties. Per property is going for 650, but I managed to secure a deal. If I can secure it, they can sell the per house for me with 630.
Oh, okay. So these are houses that are being developed, and you have spoken to the developer, and the developer said they will develop the houses for you, but if you buy them in bulk, then they reduce the cost for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Rulani. Jack.
Yeah, Rulani, it sounds very interesting. One of the things I did mention to Nondumiso was that with those typical investments, it's yes, it's very low risk. However, you know, it's not as rewarding as in the long term. It's a really long-term investment. I mean, you mentioned it there yourself. You're talking about 10 years. You know, for the long term as a retirement tool or vehicle, it's definitely the way to go. I believe it in myself. But yes, it's your thinking is right, and I definitely say if you can do that, do it. But it's a bit more a long game, that particular game, and I think that's the reason I'm on this call this morning, is to look at something where we can not short-term gain, but something that we can put a lot of time and effort in and to create value, not fast, but not over 10 or 20 years. But Rulani, that is a very good idea, and definitely don't let it go. It creates what they call generational wealth. So definitely it's a good idea. For me, just at this time, it's not what I'm looking for. But thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jacques. Guys, is there anyone else who wants to present?
If I may ask,
there is someone.
Do you present the one opportunity, or you can present two?
Who's that now?
It's Rulani.
It's okay, Rulani, go ahead. Is it not the same kind of opportunity?
I had two opportunities.
Okay, go ahead then and present the second one.
Okay, the second one, it's in Soshanguve, close to Tshwane University of Technology. So what's happening there? I found a property that's about 2,000 square meters. In this property, I spoke to an architect, a town planner, and we managed to draw plans. In that building, all in all, there's 24 apartments, there's 24 units that accommodate 96 students. So in a month's time, for 96 students, it will cost them 2,700 rand. So in total, we'll be making 270 rand per month, 270,000 in a month. So the project, this one, it is a very good project, but the problem is the funding. It's a bit too high because the property is looking for 1.8 to buy the property, and constructions, it looks for about 6 million rand.
So is 6 million rands? Is 6 million rands too high, Rulani?
Not really. In all, when I was looking at all the paperwork from the furnitures, from all the codes that I caught, it was 10 million rand, everything in total.
So the total,
including the town planner, transfer cost, everything.
Okay, and how much are you contributing to the 10 million?
I can make 500K, honestly speaking.
Okay.
Rulani, has that been rezoned yet, or does the rezoning fall in the 10 million?
Yes, the rezoning falls in the 10 million.
Okay, thank you very
much. And the town planner told us it would take probably almost anything from 7 months to 16 months.
Okay. Thanks, Rulani.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. And next, who else? Rulani, do I have your contact number? I see you did not include your contact number.
Yes, I will send you my number on WhatsApp. Is it fine?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, sir.
Guys, is there anyone else or are we done?
Yes, I'd also like to present, please.
Okay. Just also give us your name, bro.
Greetings, morning, everyone. My name is Tutuka Maseko. I'm currently in Cape Town. This is the first time I present. Okay, I'll just get right into it. I'm a property investor together with my partner, my wife. We currently have 3 properties, but specifically I want to talk about 2. The one that we are having flats, we are having 3 flats. We completed building the flats 3 years back. And now we bought another house, which has a big yard, of which it's 496 square meters. So now I want to talk about this particular deal. Where are we at in this process? We are currently drawing plans to build 4 flats. The architect gave me an indication that they need to do final touches to the plan. So we are currently waiting for that. And then we're looking to build 4 flats, 2 at the bottom, 2 on top. And there is also going to be enough parking for 4 cars. And then we are looking to rent out them for 3.8, going towards 4,000. But to be conservative, we said let's go for 3.8. We are currently 10 minutes from Khayelitsha. There is a big demand here in Sterfield for rentals. There is big developments happening on the other side of the road. There's flats everywhere, even going to Somerset towards Stellenbosch. There's a lot of young people who are being employed by that side of Stellenbosch, and even Somerset is not far from Sterfield. So the rentals are going for 3.8, as I said. So yeah, if you need further information, I'm available. I couldn't change my name to add my phone number, but I am reachable.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Maseko. Jacques, any questions?
Yes, I'm Maseko. The property, have you already purchased a property, or are you still considering purchasing it? Where are you in the process at the moment?
No, we are staying there. We have purchased it last year, September already. And then we are busy with the plans currently. And then, yeah, that's where we are at now.
Okay. Maseko, so what exactly are you looking for? Are you just looking for funding, for a loan? What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for funding. The overall, by our rough estimations, the whole project can be 520,000. I am willing to pop out 200K from my side. So I need an investor who can bring in the difference. Oh, and by the way, I'm also a qualified plumber. So I can also put in my sweat equity in terms of plumbing and also tiling, hence our name, TM Property Solutions. We also do construction, but specifically me per se, I do plumbing and tiling.
That's very good. Just a quick question for you, Maseko. Just a tip, what I would have done if I was in your shoes, instead of looking for funding, maybe take your current capital and maybe build the bottom to start off with a concrete slab, instead of a roof. So you can start earning some money, and then once you earn a bit more money, then you go and rebond the property and build the top two. That's what I would have done in your instance. It's very hard to invest in someone's house where they're living. So my tip for you would be is to maybe take what you can. Maybe even if you build the first one, get some money from that, rebond, build the second one, and do it yourself. It's definitely the way to go if I was in your shoes. But it's a good idea, but it's something that I would start small, get the first one rented out, build a second one on your time whilst you have money, and build it up from there. That's what I would definitely do in your situation. Because like I said, it's very hard to invest in someone's property where they actually live. It's a very difficult investment decision, something like that. But consider that, to start small and build up from there.
Okay, thank you, Jacques.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very much.
Jacques. Guys, anyone else? Pure, I think it's you.
Me.
Who's you? Yes, Pure.
Sorry, hello everyone. I don't know where to turn off this thing. How do I?
Look for where you see the video camera.
It's not here, Domiso.
What are you using to present? Is the phone or is it your computer? There you go. There you go.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
I apologize. I'm on hands-free. I'm driving, but I'm going to stop in the next 2 minutes.
Yes, please
my
do
name
that.
is Pure. Hello, everyone. My name is Pure. Originally from KZN. The land that I would like to develop is in Scottburgh, south coast of Durban. I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with that. It's a big plot. It can make plus minus 20 units, single unit. The area is developing. It has young professionals. It has a nursing school. There's a nursing school in the area, so there are a lot of students around. And the best bonus is it's next to the beach. It's like 5 minutes away from the beach. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. The land is purchased. It's in, okay, because it's one of those areas where you don't get, it's in Dawzamakos, I don't know what you call them. You get a thing to occupy.
It's rural land.
Yes, it's rural land. The land is already there. What I need is just money to build the bachelors or the houses there, or flats. I don't know if I'm clear. I think the rough estimate of the funding I need will be for 20 rooms, $1 million. Yeah.
Pure, can you just try and stop? We're probably not gonna be long. Just try and stop.
I have stopped already.
Oh, okay, that's good. Now you're saying that the land is under the chief. Is owned by a chief. No, you muted. Pure, you muted. Yes.
Sorry. The whole area is owned by a chief, but you get a permission to occupy certificate that guarantees that that piece of land is yours. And when you know those things they do, that they come and then they zone you that this whole thing is yours, and the chief in his books, he has documentation that it is your land.
So has that been done now? Is that your land now?
Yes.
Has it been done?
Yes, it has been done.
Okay. Jacques?
Hi, Piwe. Quick question for you. You mentioned something about 20 rooms. What, from what I remember from Scottsboro, and I haven't been there for quite a number of years, it's a sleepy town, it's a holiday town. What is your plan to bring 20 people to live on that particular land? Is there any new factories being put up there? What do you think will draw all those people to your 20 rooms or your 20 flats or whatever it will be? What do you think is going to pull the people to come and rent there from you?
It will be the way it's structured. Okay, a lot of people that are staying there, I don't know if you know the other side where it's like a mini township. A lot of people are growing up now and they want their own space. And they, like I said earlier, they're young professionals. So they're looking for, they don't want to leave the area, but they want to stay, but they don't want to stay at home. So they want freedom. So the way the bachelors or the houses are going to be structured, it has to be modern and it has to have the things that appeal to young people. A lot of the people that I grew up with when we stayed there are going back home now. And one guy has opened something like a restaurant. So everyone is looking into giving back to the community. And the young professionals, like I said, they want their own space. They don't want a long-term thing because they're still trying to find themselves. So yeah, I don't know if I'm answering it.
Yeah. Now, Piwa, just a last quick question. I always believe in an exit strategy. You know, there comes a time when a better opportunity comes up, and then you need to dispose of an asset or two. I'm just not familiar with how that type of property and what you mentioned about the chief and all these things, how that will come into play if in 10 years time you've now built up all these rooms and you decide now I'm going to immigrate to New Zealand or wherever. Where does that leave you in terms of the actual property? Because if I understand correctly, the property actually doesn't belong to you. It's sort of on a lien or a sort of a loan from the chief. How would you realize strategy on that type of property?
I don't know, but when I said it belongs to the chief, it doesn't mean that they're going to come in one day and then they're going to claim their land back. It's just, I think it was something that was done to protect the land, that it stays within the community, that I don't know how to explain it, but it has a long endurance. It can be mine forever. It can go on to the next generation and the next generation. I can even sell it to you and give you the OTT. It was just a measure or a control that was put in place to make sure that it's well maintained, or it's within, I don't know how to put it, but it's like that. But it can be mine forever and ever. Even if I decide to relocate to New Zealand, I can leave you to manage the place. It was just for protection.
Okay, Pure. I think you've explained it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Pure, and then Victor.
So hard.
No, thank you, Pure.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Victor.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Victor.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Please go ahead.
I'm okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm struggling with network. I'm getting in and out here, but I'll just go straight before it disappoints me again. Morning, Jack.
Good morning.
Yeah, I've got a land in Vereeniging. It's a 2-hectare land. I owned it now. I don't owe it. It's paid up, and there's a house in it. So I've got a plan with this land to build 34 bachelors of units, and also 18 2-bedrooms units and 8 3-bedrooms units. And I'm targeting the firms like the Sasol firms and the ArcelorMittal, because a lot of people who are there, they are not from that area. They're coming as far as Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and all these areas. So I've been doing the research, because now it's 2 years now having this land. When I look around, there's no flats in Vereeniging. Mostly people are struggling to have some bit of accommodation. So I have seen to tap in this opportunity, because once I build the flats there, really it will be something that people will follow suit as well. And with the numbers here, with the bachelors, because of the area in Vereeniging, it's not like Joburg. I was planning that one bachelor will be paying 2,000 rand, and with the 2 bedrooms, 2,700, and the 3 bedrooms will be 3,900, and of which the whole unit will be 60 blocks of units, all inclusive, which will give me a monthly income of around 147,000 a month. And when I check all my expenses, and it will be going around 41,000, of which the net will be around 83,000 or so. Yeah, so as I've said, I'll go straight to the point before it cuts me out. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Victor. Jacques?
Hi, Victor. Victor, how big is the land?
It's 2.1 hectare. When we convert in square meter, is 20,000 square meter.
Okay. Is it zoned agricultural, or what is zoned currently?
Yeah, I went to the municipality, so they said to me it's zoned for agriculture, but I can come and rezone if I want to do the flats.
Okay, and where in Vereniging is it roughly? I mean, how far is it from Sasol? How far? So your main goal is to pull people that's working at Sasol. Is that the goal?
Yes, Sasol and the ArcelorMittal, because I'm just next to ArcelorMittal. And when I was doing the research, most of the guys who are working there, they're not around. They're trying to go to get the place in the location, you know, and they prefer, these guys are earning a good salary, of which they prefer to come with their families, you know. So with my structure that I've built, I want to accommodate like everyone. As you have seen that I've got the bachelor, I've got the 2 bedrooms and the 3 bedrooms. So that's my main aim. And it's about, with ArcelorMittal, it's about 3 kilometers, because I'm here in Steel Park. The area is Steel Park there. It's kind of plot.
Okay. What's your construction costs? What do you estimate?
Roughly projection is 6 million.
6 million. And how confident are you that the municipality will actually rezone that land? Because from what I've heard, and I've never asked for it myself, but to rezone agricultural land for residential is apparently a very difficult process to go through. The councils don't normally approve stuff like that. How confident are you that you will get the rezoning? Because without that, you can't do anything.
Not far from me, I think about a kilometer from me, I've seen one guy who already is building kind of a duplex. So I'm assuming that because I'm on the same area, they've approved that person and is owning the buses there. He's already built the double stories, and it's kind of flats as well, but it's not rentals for him.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Oh, thank you very much for your time, Victor.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Ndoniso.
Thanks, Victor. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone else before we close? Going once, twice. Simon, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to say something. This is Muriel, the original.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry,
Muriel,
I
go
couldn't
ahead.
be that time. It's just that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, that time I was listening. It's just that I'm not good in presenting something. But anyway, I just hope you heard something together. That place that we find is here in Roodepoort around CBD. It's easy for teachers staying far away. They go to Vereeniging and they don't have place to stay. So that one will be easy and it will be helpful for them to stay near schools, since we've got good business for those who want place to stay, to sleep in. And
okay.
The
Muriel, your network is very bad, and I think we did hear what Simon was saying, and I also have an idea of what
wanted only 880 so that we can fix other rooms that are needed to be.
Okay.
I
Muriel,
can't hear you.
as I was saying, your network is very bad. So and we did hear from Simon. So I think that's okay. If Jacques is interested, he will be in touch with you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nomsa? Or you are battling with audio? Nomsa, you can give me a call sometime, and then we can have a chat about what you wanted to present. Nomsa is saying you want to present, but she's battling with audio. So Nomsa, give me a call, and then we have a chat. Then I will pass the message to Jacques. If he's interested, then he will be in touch. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It's been a very interesting morning. I'm quite amazed by the number of opportunities that are out there and the things that you guys are doing and dreaming of doing. It's been a great morning. Thanks so much, Jacques, for having I don't know what to say, but you basically, this session is initiated because of the initiative that you took in contacting me. That's why we then decided to have this session. Thank you so much for that. I'm not sure if you've got any last words that you want to share.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thanks to everyone. It's inspiring to see that everyone has very good ideas. I think some people just need to just think a bit more about how they can actually achieve it themselves. Some of them don't really need anyone, but it's very inspiring to see how people actually are thinking how to improve their lives and make a better life for them and their family. So yes, that was very encouraging to see. And there's one or two people I'll definitely contact. Thank you very much. And on Domisa, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it on this holiday, setting the time aside to link me up with some of these people.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure. That's what we exist for, Jacques. We exist for property investors. So whenever there is an opportunity that we can grow our community, we'll definitely take the opportunity with both hands and make sure that the opportunity is presented to them. And hopefully they can then, like you saw this morning, that people are out there looking for any kind of help that they can get.
Yes, for sure. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jacques. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Me and you gonna have a chat some other time.
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.